Hello, how are you? Welcome, everyone. Today, our episode is gonna be in English because my beautiful guest is in Berlin. Her name is Victoria Sichon. I left her name down here, and her Instagram account is Vikunia. Vikunia is the creative studios Victoria Sichon in Berlin, Germany. She creates all sort of illustrated artworks combined and hand lettered designs for print, online, and as animated, as well as paints on large surfaces like windows or walls. She runs on third wave coffee, like me, grows way too many succulents, and can help but praise random dogs on the street. She's part of the design collective The Boys Club in Berlin, that is a collective of independent designers. She has worked with clients like Google, Volkswagen, Audi, Anta, Bikini Berlin, Flow, Girls Are Awesome, and many more. And my guest is right here, so let's send her the invitation so we can start with Victoria. This is so exciting. Hey,
Hi, Emma.
how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How
Good,
are you?
good. Here, directly from Miami.
Great.
Thank you so much for accepting my invitation.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for asking me.
Of course. Well, you know how this works. I'm going to ask you 20 questions in 20 minutes.
Yeah,
So, are you
I've
ready?
heard of this. Yes. We have to be very
Okay.
fast.
Yes, that's the idea. We only have 20
Okay.
minutes.
All right.
Okay, so let's start with question number one. Tell us, what do you study and what do you do?
Well, I studied visual communication, and that's what I do. So, yeah, I studied
Good.
like graphic design and illustration and typography. But I mostly do illustration now.
That's awesome. I always ask this question because a lot of people, like, they study, I don't know, embroidery or architecture or even a lawyer, and now they are illustrators. So everybody's journey is so fascinating that I always have to start with this question. So I'm
Yeah,
happy that you were so clear with what you wanted to do. You're lucky.
yeah, I'm sorry my journey is so boring.
No, that's awesome. I think that's great because usually people struggle trying to find what they want to do with their life. So it's very cool when people, like, I study this and I do this for a living. I find that fascinating.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's lucky.
Okay, number two. How long has it been to be where you are now?
So I think you're probably referring to being living
Like
from,
living from your work?
yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I think I quit my cafe job in 2016, so I think almost 5 years,
Yes, of
or four
course.
and a half. Yeah.
Okay, okay, not that long because your work is beautiful, so it looks like
Thank you.
you've been doing that
No,
for a long time.
I have, but I think full time it's been 4.5 years. But before that, I was working in a cafe, and also, yeah, I already worked in design back
Of
then, but I
course.
just couldn't pay my rent from it.
Exactly, exactly. You did it.
Yay!
Number three, what do you like to have known when you started this journey?
Um, yeah, that's a good question. Maybe ask more questions and have more things in writing when working with clients,
Mm,
because I think I was very naive.
mm.
Um,
We all were.
yeah, yeah, but I think everybody has to learn um, it's nice to have all the advice, but I think you have to suffer a little, maybe.
Yes, you
Not too
do.
much.
Not too much. Yeah, we would like to suffer less at the beginning, but that's called experience, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah.
Number 4. What do you love most of what you do?
Definitely the freedom to use my time the way I want to. So I really enjoy starting to work whenever I want and doing whatever I want, and also do personal projects during work.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think the freedom is the best thing.
Yes, I love it. And I usually say that I think we, as freelancers, we have to maybe work more. Maybe we're used to working 7 days a week,
Yeah.
but it's different because you can juggle between the personal and the work. So
Yeah.
I love that. I love that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 5. What do you dislike?
So the lack of security, probably.
Mm,
Like when I got sick, I really, yeah, that was really a struggle. It wasn't serious for me, but even if you're just sick for a week, it's a struggle because you can't just stop working. I think yeah, that's a downside, and that's what I don't like as much.
mm,
Um, yeah, I think that's the main
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, we have to learn how to manage better our money,
Yeah,
like to
yes,
save. So when that things happen, I mean, we're not struggling as you said, but that's like
exactly.
a
Yeah,
learning process. It takes time.
yeah, like everything.
Hmm. Number 6, do you have a ritual before starting to work?
I think that sounds really nice. I think I just have like I go for a walk with my dog and then I have breakfast. But yeah, I have breakfast before I work and sometimes during work because I'm a very slow eater in the morning. So I think maybe that's my ritual. It's not very exciting. It's very functional.
Mhm.
Yeah, have breakfast and coffee.
Okay. Well, I have coffee and then breakfast.
Yeah, me
But
too. Yeah,
yes,
with the
coffee is like the must for me too. I cannot
yeah.
function without my coffee. That happens
No,
to me.
never.
Number 7. What's your favorite social media platform and why?
Well, I guess I love, hate Instagram. I think it's the only one I usually use that much. Um, well, I really like connecting with other like-minded people,
Hmm.
and I also spend a lot of time on it, looking at memes. So I think that's what I like about it. It's 50-50.
Yes, you can get some inspiration and also waste a lot of time, but at least laughing.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good thing to
Yeah, it's
work
like
with.
you
Yeah.
said, it's like a love-hate relationship. But
Yeah.
usually I love it. Look, we get to talk to each other and
Yeah.
from different continents. I find that fascinating. So that's one of the perks.
Yeah.
Number 8, do you take online courses?
I don't. I took the Skillshare class once, but I really like being taught in person. So
Mhm.
when I wanted to learn After Effects in a short time, I paid somebody to show me because I'm
Mhm.
very impatient and I want things to happen quickly. And yeah, I don't know, but maybe I should now that everything is happening online to learn something new. But yeah,
Yes, I
I
know.
usually don't.
Yeah, I'm like you. I like to be taught in with a person. It's
Yeah,
not the
exactly.
same. You get to ask questions, right away. So the
Yeah,
doubts, you can clear your doubts very quickly.
yeah,
But
exactly.
and usually when I buy courses online, I never finish them. So
Yeah,
yeah, I try to finish them, but I don't know. I get distracted too easily. It's not the same.
yeah,
Like you
I
said,
can
to have your
relate.
teacher right there is not the same.
Yeah.
Number 9. How many hours do you work every day?
So it's gotten down a lot because I'm trying to take care of myself.
Good.
So I'd say on average, it's so hard to say. I'm probably around 6 hours in the studio, and sometimes I continue drawing at home on the couch. So, which doesn't feel like work, but I know it kind of is work as well. So, yeah, but I think not longer than 6 hours. I'm gotten so much better about this.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's good. Yes, it's hard. It happens to me too, that usually I'm done in the desktop computer, but then I grab my iPad.
Yeah, exactly.
And but it's like you said, I don't find it like work. It's like, take your mind off work and do
Yeah,
whatever, maybe a personal project. It's a different
exactly.
type of work,
Yeah, yeah,
but you don't feel the pressure of the deadline or anything like that. So it's different.
exactly. Yeah.
Number 10. What are your favorite tools or materials?
Yeah, that's also very boring. I think it's I think it's gonna be the iPad.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
it for
know.
everything? Even if you do
Um,
large formats or
well, for large formats, I love to paint, but I also kind of hate it. So I really like the feeling when it's done and when it's working well, but sometimes when you do a mural and you have a terrible wall and you have to paint 3 times over it, I really hate it. But yeah, it's really nice to every once in a while step away from the digital and yeah, paint a wall.
yes, especially when you have to paint outside here in Miami in summer with a
Yeah.
hundred degrees, humidity, and you have to paint with yellow. I hate it. Yellow, you have to like do 3 coats of paint. It's horrible.
Oh, is that specific to yellow?
Yes, specific with yellow and orange. Everything that has to do with yellow and orange, you have to
Okay.
paint it like 3 times. It's horrible. But after you see the huge piece, I mean, finish is very, you know, I don't know, it makes you happy to see that after
Yeah.
all that struggle, you could do something like that. I think it,
Yeah.
it is worth it. You
Yeah,
just
definitely.
you just have to you need assistance, good assistance.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't do it yourself and you don't hate it that much.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Number 11. What's your favorite website or blog you use usually to, I don't know, get inspiration or learn something?
Mm, I don't know. I am not really following specific blogs
Hmm.
or websites anymore. Yeah, I was thinking about that question a lot. It used to be more when, like a couple of years ago, but I think just everything I followed is now on Instagram.
Okay.
So I barely leave
Hmm.
the Insta bubble.
I use Pinterest
Oh yeah,
sometimes as a
yeah.
website. I like
I use,
because
yeah,
it's very specific. Like I need to look for this, and it's in on Instagram you like lose yourself in this
yeah,
black hole for hours.
yeah. Well, yeah, with Pinterest, I usually use it to get inspiration for like DIY furniture and stuff like this.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah,
It's
that's,
great.
yeah, but not as much for illustration work. I'll have
Okay.
to check that out more.
Okay. Number 12. Describe the perfect client.
So the perfect client is somewhat specific with their brief, but still like in my kind of illustration work. So I really like when a client shows me work they like that I did and tell me like I want something similar because it's so hard when they tell you you have all the freedom you want, just do whatever you want because usually that's not true for
No,
me
it's
at
not
least.
true.
Yeah, so I like when they're a little specific and yeah, and they
And
pay pay
Exactly.
quickly.
You don't have to follow them to get paid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that would be the perfect client. 13. What's your inspiration when you're doing a personal project?
I think what I enjoy a lot, like when I used to travel a little, which is not possible now, but um, like I really liked watching people. Like I just went to a cafe and watched people and like wrote down their outfits and stuff like this. And I have a huge notes app file with these random things I write in there. So I think it's mostly like everyday life, and I like big cities a lot because there's interesting people to see. So I think
Yes.
that's my favorite inspiration.
Yes, it's very inspiring to travel. When I went to Berlin like 6 years ago, wow, I was very, very inspired. I
Yeah,
really loved Berlin. Yes, one of my favorite cities, for real. It's
yeah, it's great.
amazing. Number 14. Is there a project that you regret doing?
There's a lot. um, I'm kind of doing one right now. I don't like as
No.
much. But I think what makes the projects I regret are usually the ones that either don't pay as much or are not really in my style. Because
Hmm.
I sometimes I take work that is not really on brand for me, just
Yes, I
because
know. We
sometimes it
have to.
pays well.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then I often regret it, and it seems when it's much more work than I anticipated because it's not my comfort zone. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So I think,
understand.
yeah.
But
So I
but
never
it's okay. Nobody's gonna see those work, so it
exactly.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We
Exactly.
only know how much we hate it when we do it.
Yes. All my studio mates know, and they have to
Exactly.
hear about it.
Exactly. As soon as they pay well, that's fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
We can, make that sacrifice.
Exactly.
And number 15. What's your favorite project you've done so far?
My favorite project. Oh, that's so rough. That was mural before, right? Okay. So my favorite project in general. Ooh, it's tricky. I think I really liked doing these Snapchat filters and stickers. I
Oh,
think
that's fun.
it's I think it was last year. Yeah. Because it was a very long project and I had to create 20 new ones every week. So I had to come up with the wording and with the design. And it was quite intense, but also it felt like a full-time job. I just got to my desk and knew exactly what to do. And yeah, I really liked that. And especially seeing all these colorful assets in the end was very satisfying.
Yes, and yes, I bet everybody using them worldwide. That sounds like a very fun project indeed.
Yeah.
And number 16. If you had to do it all over again, would you do something different?
Well, I would save more money in the beginning, um, I guess, and yeah, and be more strict with clients, have more contracts, not start working
Mm,
before I have a contract, or yeah, and be more expensive probably.
yeah, probably. I
I
know.
really rarely get like a response back when I suggest a quote. It's rarely like, oh, that's too much. It's mostly nothing, or it's okay, let's do it. And then I think that's what I should have started higher.
Exactly. Yeah, we always have that doubt. It depends on the client also. We
Yeah,
cannot
definitely.
charge the same for everyone, so that's kind
No.
of tricky. I
Yeah.
understand. And number 17, do you like to connect with your audience, and how do you do it? Or you don't
Mm,
mind to connect with them?
yeah, I really like connecting with my audience. I think my audience is designers. Most of them are designers or just my other friends. So I really like that. I don't have so much energy to engage as much on social media as I used to, because it's overwhelming sometimes. But yeah, I really liked seeing other people's work and yeah, just
Maybe do some
commenting on that.
collaborations or something. Sometimes. Did you
Yeah,
do that or not anymore?
not as much. Well, we did a project just recently, which I actually posted about. It's a shameless plug. But yeah, I don't know. I always want to collaborate, but often don't know how. And
Yes.
then
Or maybe you're too busy. It's hard to.
yeah,
I
yeah.
know. Number 18. Who do you admire?
So I recently have this. I'm a big fangirl of Hannah Powell. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. She does a really nice combination of illustration and graphic design, and it's always very smart and political, but it's also kind of funny. I think so.
Like this
She's
kind
also
of dark humor, maybe?
yeah, and it's very, very silly. So she's also on TikTok and makes these weird videos of herself, like where she dressed up as a turkey and lay down on like a baking sheet. So that's I really like that. I really like when yeah, when you know that people are also kind of funny.
Yes, I'm gonna look her up. I don't know her. I'm gonna look her up.
Yeah.
Two more questions. We're almost at the end
Okay.
of our questionnaire. Number 19. 3 words that define you.
So I think I'm also a little silly and specific. And what else? Let's say fast.
Okay. Yeah, you've said that you want to learn fast, you want everything quick.
Yeah. I don't like
And you
to
like
spend
to
too
work
much
fast.
time. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Doing something in particular. Okay.
Yeah.
Our last question. We did it. We did it. 21
Oh,
minutes.
wow,
We
nice.
did it. Give us some tips for future artists that still don't have the courage to pursue what they want to do.
So, yeah, I think just creating a lot is always good because then you find your style and what you like. And also share everything you kind of feel proud of. Don't think too much about it, and don't take
Exactly.
yourself too serious. Yeah. So I
Yes,
think
it's very important to
sharing,
enjoy.
yeah, definitely. And to share with others. I think like I really enjoy having a studio with 5 other women I could also talk to and get inspiration from, and sometimes ask them about something, like their opinion or I don't know. So I think that's always nice. Have a
Yes, it's
community.
always nice to have some feedback and
Yeah,
see things differently, especially when we get stuck in something.
yeah,
That's nice.
exactly.
Okay, we finished our interview. We did
Yay!
it.
Yay! That
Thank
was
you so
easy.
much. I
Yeah,
know
thank
it
you.
was fun. Thank you so much for accepting my invitation. This was very fun. I love meeting you. And
Yeah,
well,
so
I
nice to
give
meet
you
you.
some warm hugs from Miami.
Yeah, thank you. I'll need them.
No, you're about to go into a winter.
Yeah, it's very sad here.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't worry, this will soon be over. We'll be back to normal next year.
Yeah, I
Thank you
hope
so
so.
much. Take
Yeah, thank
care.
you. You too.
Bye. Thank you,
Bye.
everybody who came to give us some hearts and hugs and say hi. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, friends.